My name's Nathan Obey. I'm the local president, local 618 here at the Sudbury Jail.
611?
Reason why we called everybody together here, we're in negotiations right now with the Ontario government. The Liberals have proposed an unacceptable contract filled with takeaways, concessions, takeaways of things that we've negotiated in the past. Our brothers and sisters before us have negotiated. We're not here to negotiate takeaways. We do a good job. We deserve what we deserve. We've been here at the Sudbury Jail fighting conditions like no other. We have problems with our air quality. We've done testing. We've approached the employer numerous times to have something done, and they laugh at us. Nothing gets done. We've approached the Ministry of Labor. So now it's time to get it out there to the media. Talk about it in our workplaces and what's going on in our workplaces. It's deplorable. I can't believe they actually put people in this facility living there. The mold, the CO2 levels, everything else are disgusting. But I don't want to get too in depth of that. We have reports, we've got letters, we've got everything on the website, the local 618 website, 617, sorry, website, if anybody wants to take a look at it. But we have France Gillina here, our MPP from Nickel Belt. She's gone through the institution, she sees the conditions, she's spoken to her colleagues about the conditions, and today she's here to talk to us. So without further ado, France Gillina.
Good afternoon, everyone. As it was mentioned, my name is France Gillina. I'm the MPP for Nickel Belt. And for those of you who came from Penetang and came from North Bay, first of all, thank you for your support. And although you're in the riding of Sudbury right now, you drove through my riding to get in, because Sudbury is Sudbury downtown and Nickel Belt is all the way around. So I'm the donut and Sudbury's the Timbit. And everybody likes donuts better than Timbits anyway. The reason I'm here today is that I want to give you my support. I want to give you my support because when workers negotiate a collective agreement, you're not going to get everything you want, but you will get something that you can live with. And I'm here to remind you and to make sure that you don't give up this right to negotiate. This is something that is part of our Charter of Right. You have a right to be unionized. You have a right to negotiate. And don't let anybody take that away. It was a really sad day in the legislature this fall when we passed Bill 115. Bill 115 took away the right to negotiate for our teachers. This is wrong. It will go through the court, and I guarantee you the court will shut this down. But in the meantime, it sends this message out that if the Liberal government can do that to the teacher, maybe they'll do that to other workers as well. Take that out of your mind. You have a right to negotiate a fair agreement, and take that right to the bank. And do your best at the table till you get something that you can live with. Will it be easy? No. There are people who want us to believe that the austerity crisis was brought about by workers. Well, it was not. Workers had nothing to do with this austerity. Workers had nothing to do with the recession that doesn't know when to leave. The recession was brought about by things like asset-backed corporate papers. Who the hell deals with those? Not us. They're big bankers. They're people with a lot of money that brought about this recession. But to come out of the recession, all of a sudden the austerity has to be on the back of workers like you. It doesn't have to be like this. The people that brought us this recession are the people that should also take the responsibility for bringing us out of this. You did not cause the recession. You did not cause the deficit of the provincial government. You are allowed a fair collective agreement, and you will get there by sticking together like what you are doing now, and going to the negotiations table with the best arguments possible and the support of your members behind you. If you need us, we will be there, and you know how to reach me. Merci. Merci à tout le monde d'être venu. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Somebody else who's here in the crowd, if you don't know him, Paul Lowenberg. Paul Lowenberger was the candidate in the last provincial election. He closed the gap to almost 500 votes against Bertolucci. He's going to be the next MVP for Sudbury. So, to the mic here to say a few words to everybody.
Are you guys here for the day, or do you have to go back?
Just for this.
Just for this? Are you driving?
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Franz. Last year we ran a great campaign against the Liberals in this community, and we stood up and as a community we said, "You're this close." That's what the community said in the election. We're in dangerous waters in Ontario right now, and we know this, and it's going to take public servants all across the province, not just to stand together, but also to rally communities around you and say, we need our public services to stay public. We need the chance to be able to negotiate, to collectively bargain for health and safety issues, and for cost of living issues, and for raises, and to raise our standard of living. That's what we need to fight for in these times, is for these chances to have the rights that are guaranteed to us. So these are the fights that we're going to make, and the fights are not going to be fought for you by the Liberal Party, and they're not going to be fought for you by the Progressive Conservative Party in Ontario, because there's only one party in Ontario that are partners with Labour, not just allies, but partners in the founding of this party and in the founding of the Labour movement in Ontario, and that's the NDP. So please come out and support. In a couple of months, we're hoping that we're going to get the chance to go to polls again, and we want as many feet on the street and volunteers from the community to rally our community together, because we're the ones who are going to take this fight to Toronto, and federally for federal public servants to take this fight to Ottawa as well. So keep on supporting, because, like I said, we're not just allies, we're partners.
Thanks, Paul. It's amazing that this many people came out, understanding this is our collective agreement. This is not somebody else's. This is what we fought for over the years. This is something that we take pride in. This is our quality of life. This is what we come to work, and we deserve to work in safe, healthy environments. We deserve the money that we deserve, that we fought for. We don't want takeaways. We're not here. And OPSU is not a union that negotiates strikes. We're here to negotiate a collective agreement. Now, if Dalton McGuinty and his Liberals want to negotiate a strike, then we're going to give it to them. We're going to have a throw-down, take-out fight with the Liberals, and we're going to win. And the reason why we're going to win is because of all of us. We're going to continue to gather. We're going to continue to spread the message. And the public and the media and everybody, we are going to take our issues to the kitchen table of every single person in Ontario. And they're going to talk about it. And they're going to know about it. And they're going to realize that privatization of public services doesn't work. It hasn't worked. It's not going to work. When are they going to learn? So I'm going to invite one more. I'm going to invite Sue Brown, our Regional Vice President, Executive Board Member for Region 6. For those who don't know her, Sue's been around with us a long time. She's been through battles, and I'm going to let her explain the rest. So, Sue.
Thank you. I'm sitting here thinking, and a lot has been said, but something that hits me is we're not here about today or tomorrow or next week. This is your quality of life for years to come. One of the members mentioned young people. Wow, you know what? They're going to have a rough road if they don't also join us and understand why we go to the table for a collective agreement. Because that collective agreement is your quality of life in the future. There's a lot of retirees here. Thank you for coming. They're there from the fights that have happened at tables prior to this. So, if anything, try and go back to your workplace and try and get the younger generation, or the younger, not necessarily young people, but the people that are behind us 5, 10 years, to realize that this is for them. This is for them in the future. I really want to, this is a great crowd, and wonderful to see all these people out, and thanks for the chili makers and the organizers, and I believe Mike and Dave and Nathan and a bunch got together to mobilize this, but this is what it's all about. I'll tell you right now, those guys in there, I hear are already filming you, but they know in Toronto exactly what's going on right now in Sudbury. And when they, yes they do, they will be taping it, they will be reporting to the other side of the table in Toronto, and whatever happens in the province, whatever happens in the workplace, prior to getting a collective agreement, is sent down there so they can evaluate where that table's going to move. That your collective agreement goes like this, back and forth, depending on what happens in the different cities across and the workplaces across the province. So that's where you also have to get people, you know, when there's just a call to meet somewhere, if you can do it, you're helping yourself, because you're helping, and the young people behind us, move that collective agreement back over to our side. That's how it works. What we do here affects our collective agreement there. So I really want to thank you, and I really hope that you can go back and say, you know what, guys, we got to get solid here, and across the province, so that we can have a decent future. And thank you very much for the invite. And
Sue, are we still wearing colors to support the bargaining teams?
I'm sure that will come out through the mobilizers as we move along. There'll be different acts to do. You can do your own workplace colors too if you want to do it in a local. But that'll be on the website. Check the website. You might even see Daldo on the website in the near future. We're taking Daldo, put your face up there, Daldo, which is Dalton McGinty, of course. He's not, where's Waldo, it's where's Daldo. She was on a train track yesterday laying down, and we took a picture. So this is to put, and you know what, you don't need 100 people to do something either. You can throw your tailgate down, have some coffee on the back, and just invite your people of your workplace out just to have coffee. And you know what, that phone call goes down there, they say, hey, these guys are outside having coffee together. It shows that you're united, and it shows that you're supporting your bargaining team. That's the most important thing, because that's really supporting yourself, right? So anyway, thanks again, and appreciate it.
Thanks, Sue. So I'm not going to take up much more of your time, but we have Felicia Fahey, another executive board member, and Mike Bizayon. They're both going to say a few words to you. So I'm going to invite Felicia up.
Hey everyone! I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Social media was a great way to get a hold of everybody, and I really want to say thank you to everybody that got on and